Everybody, how is everyone?
Hello.
My word is a few in jet. Sorry, a couple of minutes late. That wasn't Jay's fault. That was mine. I had my sausage, egg, chips, and beans tonight, and I just ran. I still thought I had about a quarter of an hour. I think I was just enjoying that too much. The first question, Paul Herrer. Yeah, I thought I'd have them in my hand today, and they're not here. So,
They've been shipped though, haven't they?
well, as far as I know, I'll contact them tomorrow actually and discuss that with them because I don't know what the hold up is. I really don't. So, and Jay says I'm Hera too, Paul. Very good. You're on fire tonight, aren't you? Evening, Simon. Evening, Paul. Mick King. Good evening. David Fisher. Good evening. Mick King. Scott Lee. Simon again. Scott Lee again. Kieran. Hi, Kieran. We'll ask you a question in a little while, Kieran. Tim Baker. Lynn. Good evening, Lynn. Saw your sneaky little order, Lynn. Thank you.
Sneaky.
Sneaky order.
Sneaky orders.
Scott Lee, treated myself. Oh, did you? And the Aspire mix, must say, loving both of them. What's this Aspire? No, we'll talk about that a little later. I can't hold a straight face for that one. Of course, I have heard of it. Dion, good evening, Dion. Dion, yeah, Rufus, evening, Rufus. Iggy. Hi all, have I missed out? Have you missed out? Have you missed out on what, Iggy?
Not missed out on anything yet.
Nothing yet. We've just got here. Mark H. Good evening, Mark. And Mark H. again. Andy. Good evening, Andy. Yeah, I think you need to try the Drake's, Andy. Drake's net tobacco. Andy likes the Manabush, which, Manabush is good. So I think it's Kona Packer that Andy likes.
Kona Packer's nice.
Mm.
Can't vape a lot of it though, personally. It's an aperitif in the evening for me.
It is a bit like that, isn't it, Kona?
Yeah. It's a little bit in your face for an all dayer.
I do like it now and again, though, I must admit.
Yeah.
I do. Evening, Daniel. Spoke to Daniel earlier on the phone. One day, Mark will be on time. No idea when, but surely he will. Well, actually, the last 2 weeks I have been a couple of minutes late, but normally I am pretty much bang on time. Paul Hinchcliffe. Stuart, good evening. No, I'm certainly not on time with chat, that's for sure. I'll give you that one. Andy again. Mark's never on time, believe. Oh, see, now Andy worked for me and he knew that time isn't. I'm not. Are you a good timekeeper, Jack? I'm an awful timekeeper.
I am to a certain degree. If it's something I've got to be at for a certain time, I always leave early and stuff like that. I'm quite good like that, and I've got to always make sure I get to work on time.
Yeah. Tina makes me laugh because if I've got to see someone the next day, and say it's not an appointment as such, but it's, I'll come and see you. I'll be there about 11. I always say I'll be there about 11. She just laughs. Yeah. She knows I'm not going to be there at 11.
What you mean at 11? It's going to be about 11:30, quarter to 12.
Oh, well, possibly 12. I call that a polite 11. Nick Bailey, good evening.
Fashionably late.
Albert, good evening, Albert. Daniel, hi Kieran, hope you're well. For a great review of the turntable tank. Do you mean the turntable tank, Daniel, or the roulette? I think Kieran did the roulette and
What are you? Oh God. What have you spotted now?
No, nothing. I'll move on for a little while. It's just, I'll say it. I can't hide it, can I? I saw the roulette. I saw the thumbnail, and I haven't watched Kieran's review yet of the roulette. But I will. But if you saw the design of the True Pro, you'd think, oh no. Oh dear. Never mind.
Speaking of which, are they in this week?
What's that?
The True Pro?
Nothing. No, the prototype has been made, and there's a slight change. They haven't sent it to me. There's a slight change got to be made. They're saying the vape is a bit hot from it, and they want the chimney slightly longer. but they said the
Right.
flavour is banging, but it's just a bit too intense. So it's a shame in a
It's
way.
too warm, then they want to open the airflow more, wouldn't they? I would have thought.
Well, no, some people like the draw the way it is. They like the restrictiveness, but I do in a way wish they'd still sent me that, because I would like to have had my. Sometimes some people's idea of too hot isn't, and other times you think, yeah, you're right, it's far too hot.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Faceless Vapor, good evening.
Mind you, you don't know what wattage they're running at. They could be running at like 40 watts, in which case it will be hot.
But now I think I've got a bit more sense than that, Joe.
So it's China.
Rob, UK Vapester, good evening. I think Rob did a live was it last night or the night before? I meant to pop in, but I didn't get a chance. Manic, Manic, look how far down the stack you are tonight, Manic. It's because I've teased him about being the first every time, isn't it? Evening, Raheem. Keith,
Raheem.
Good evening, Keith.
Hello, Keith.
Shane Gibson. What have I done wrong? No, you've done nothing wrong, Kieran. You've done nothing wrong. Just a question. Mix is great here. The heart is pretty good too. And that was what I want to ask you, Kieran, because I gather you've got the heart.
Oh, have you got the heart? I haven't had one yet. I'm going to wait till I've got some money to buy one, because it's quite pricey, but it looks very well made, and there's been an awful lot of good things said about it. So.
I thought, being a reviewer, I might get sent one. After the bucketfuls of stuff I've sent him over the years, thought he might send me one, but clearly not. Would have been nice. Would have been a nice bit of reciprocation.
Most people have bought them, to be honest.
Yeah, we all do things differently, but I just think of over the years, the stuff I've sent, and you think a reviewer would send you one, but obviously not. That's not a dig, by the way. And I am grumpy a bit tonight, so if anyone did,
grumpy because he couldn't enjoy the last bit of his tea.
I am a comfy grunt. No, it's just been, I don't know, it's just been one of those weeks that, I don't know, this thing, when sometimes things not get on top of you, that's not fair to say, but you just look at what's going on around you and you start, and maybe I think too deeply, and I'm thinking about when and I don't want to drag this show down, so someone told me to shut up in a minute, but when we went into lockdown, there was lessons to learn there, wasn't there? There was environmental lessons, I felt, that we thought the air was cleaner, nature was moving about more, and I thought, we can learn from this. And I just sat there the last couple of days and I thought, well, we actually learned anything? We're just trying to open up again and get it all back to the way it was, aren't we? And I just think that's a bit sad, in a way. So there you go. That's my 2 penneth worth, and I'm not going to get any more mopey than that tonight. Unless someone angers the beast, of course. Andy says he's nearly given up now, so only enjoy 0 milligram in the evenings. Yeah, that's quite amazing, Andy. Really, Andy was a smoker, and he joined me or the firm as a smoker and gave up instantly, I would say, as he joined, and went straight down the vaping route. And I think he was pretty much of the mind that you can't work for a vaping company like a Benson's on the way out. So he did. And it's quite weird. I was mouth to lung really in those days, and then we got the direct lung stuff coming through. So sub-ohm tanks were starting to come, and we both almost said together we wanted to try these things, but we both had the conversation where we almost don't want to, because if they are too good, it's almost like we gave up smoking and vaped to help us reduce and give up type of thing. To go on to direct lung and sub-ohm tanks, and we thought if they're too good, we won't even want to go back to mouth to lung. So we've gone even further into the vaping depths, but we didn't. And Andy's now proved that he went back to mouth to lung. from below in the clouds, and now is down onto 0. So there you go, folks. It
To
is
be fair, I was on 0 for a long time, and the only reason I went back into milligram to 3 milligrams because I was getting sent juice for review, and then I got back on the nicotine again.
right. So you vape whatever's free? Is that what you're saying, Jay? Or you vape whatever is
No,
free?
because I had to try the flavours, and they were sent pre-done with 3 milligrams because it was pre-TPD. Then I was like getting the nicotine again, so I got hooked again.
Yeah, I would. Your bird is vocal tonight.
Hang on a minute, the dogs are going mental. Let me mute. I'll let you carry on.
Jay's on a mute. Mental dogs. I shall carry on my own. Shane, just wish the Kona Packer came in 50ml bottles. Yeah, it's sort of 10ml only, really, isn't it? I mean,
It's because it's high nicotine in it. He does short. Then he do short fills some of his stuff. I'm sure he does short fills.
he does various things now, but I'm not sure on that. At the time we only could get rid of the 10ml, and that's what we stuck with. But I know he does. Hello, you're on Google's off.
Is it Indogene, isn't it? Is it the Indogene range?
Indogene or Manabush, either. I mean, he does the base zeros.
Yeah.
Which
you can make them strong.
Great for 6 milligram vapors, so he does do those. But there was some flavours there. I did try them. They were like a cola one. I didn't really.
He does Kona Packers in short fills.
He does he?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Why
50 mils are sold out at the minute, and the 100 mils short fills are as well.
Right. Yeah.
But he does do them.
He does. Yeah, and we stock the Manabush.
Yeah. He's got the high VG ones in stock. He hasn't got the 50-50 mixes in stock.
Right.
Thin stuff. It depends what you want to vape, but he has got them on his website.
Yeah. The problem is, as we always say, unless you've got 72 milligram nicotine, which effectively you shouldn't have, then it's hard to get like a 9 milligram strength, liquid.
What does he do? Does he do it in 18 milligram in the 10 mils?
Yeah. Mark, are you stocking the new QP Fatality V2? No, Ian, I'm not.
Well, if you put 2 18 milligram actual flavours in, which would boost the flavour into a short fill, you'll get it.
Yeah, but
6, won't you?
You're not really saving a lot there, then, are you? You might as well just buy the one you want.
Yeah, true.
Hey, Kieran.
I'm trying to be helpful.
Yeah, I know. Roulette, he means, but yeah, I said roulette, Kieran. Yeah, that's what I thought. Kevin Smith. Good evening. I don't think I said hello to Kevin Smith. Jacob. Evening, Jacob. Evening, gentlemen. Mark. I still use my Easy Mod. And True Tank. Love them. Waiting for the new True Tank now. Excellent, Jason. Let's put you on the screen. Put you in lights for that one. I like that comment. Pushing the boat out later by the Easy Mod, Shane Gibson. We're actually getting quite low of stock again on the Easy Mod, but I was waiting for the Hera to come.
Because I think that'll take over from it, maybe?
Yeah, kind of, but it's not a side-by-side.
It's not a side-by-side. No.
Yeah. Faceless Vapor, good evening. Chris, is there a new True Tank coming? Yeah, hopefully there is, Chris, yeah. Hopefully it will be called the True Pro if all goes well. Is the True Pro mouth to lung? No, it's not direct lung, Raheem. It will be mouth to lung. It will be proper. Ian and J. Jerry, Flat Cap, good evening.
Evening, Flat Cap. How's it going, buddy?
We're handsome, apparently.
Yes, I am. I'm also very modest.
Where are we? Nick Bailey. Hello, if I didn't say hello. And Faceless Fire. I think, I'm getting down chat. Everyone's chatting away tonight. Is the new True Tank going to be 22 or 24? Uncertain at the moment, but 22, I think, Shane. That is a debate at the minute. And Dion's vaping on the Wicket with Berserker V1. See, there's still someone on. I actually like the Berserker V1. Some people said that they had leaking issues with it. I didn't
I've got
especially.
2 and they leak like holy heck.
Mine never did. Weird, isn't it? Weird.
And I've wicked it several different ways, different coil placements. The only way I could stop it from leaking a lot was just filling it through the bottom, i.e. unscrew the deck, fill it down the side of the glass, then screw it back
I
together.
didn't have those issues at all.
As soon as you open the top.
Didn't have those issues at all. Dion will probably comment now and say that no issues either. So, you know, professional, and Jay. No, you're not alone, Jay. A lot of people said that, but I never had any problems. Ian Morgan, Mark, are you going to get stock of the new QP Juggernaut? No, I'm not. Oh, right, yeah, Iggy, it's like it never happened. She's talking about my comments about the virus. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Waiting on the new batch of tripod RTA. Yes, Dion, they'll be out very soon. I would say about a week, along with the dot mod, not the dot mod, dot shell.
You got? Did you say you got Squeevos coming back in? Squevo squonks.
Thanks, Jay. I forgot about them. I'll have to ask.
You didn't order them, did you?
Honest Joe. Hands up, I forgot. Daniel says the human race will never learn until it's too late. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Grumpy Git, not even to mention all the money I've spent on Naturevape. Alan, well, thank you, Alan. Can I take this opportunity to thank you for all the money you've ever spent on Naturevape?
I'd like this opportunity to thank everyone that has spent with Naturevape.
Absolutely. I like to think of it more as supported Naturevape.
Yeah, supported. Yeah, supported. Supporting you, small man in Norfolk.
The small, poor man in Norfolk, working tirelessly to give you the vaping you deserve.
Yep. And forgetting to order Squeevos.
Shane wished this code would sod off. I'm spending way too much on vaping gear online. You know what we haven't done, don't you, Jay?
We haven't done what we're vaping on.
No, I'm fairly well up with chat, so that's a positive.
Get down to the bottom, then we'll do what we're vaping on.
And Jay Jerry says that doesn't want an RTA that's direct to lung and mouth to lung waste of time. Exactly right, Jay Jerry. They normally, when that happens, they don't do either especially well. It's just an average.
Some of them do one better than the other, or they just don't do one either, like you say, you know. Sounds like there was
Daniel's comment. Batman has the Riddler, Mark has the Googler. Nice one, Daniel.
I mean, you're sending me your har then?
I've got me Googler. Andy, I'm having withdrawal, not having Kona pack, or I'll buy you a whole stock. I think I might have some in my personal collection. We'll have to WhatsApp me.
I can just see he's got this shrine with all these different tobacco juices like that. My precious.
My personal collection.
It's got like this mirror with all these weird emblems on it, with candles on it, with little bottles of juice.
72 milligram new. Here, I'll bet the Bull's obviously got some.
In the freezer.
Say again, Jay.
Yeah, that'll be in the freezer.
That'll be in the freezer, yeah.
Pav hasn't got any either.
One or two people commenting on that. Pair of it, 2 easy mods here. One with True Tank, the other with Ed Zachary. Ed Zachary the same. Easy mod is going to drop off because of the Aspire mix. Matt Benson, that's an interesting question, Matt. We'll debate that in a little while. Yeah, interesting. Thomas, hi guys. Mark, question on you. Oh, I guess that's are you going to restock the Pandora again? And what's the crack with your upcoming mouth along RTA? Thanks a lot. Well, Thomas, no, I'm not going to stock the Pandora again. And My upcoming mouth to lung RTA, patience. All will be revealed. I can't. There's no point in me going on about it yet because I haven't got anything to physically show you.
Yeah.
I've got pictures, but I'm not. Let's wait till I got a bit more. Perhaps it's my fault. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned it. TVP, good evening, fella. I hope the
Evening,
world
Mark.
is good with you, Mark.
Hope everything's all good, man.
And there are optimistic signs of a job for you. Hopefully there are.
Indeed.
Black Country Road, my mouth to lungs up tonight. Steam Crave, Aromizer Titan.
Mouth to lung setup. Just winds you up. The Titan's that
Yeah.
great huge thing, isn't it?
That is a strange mouth to lung indeed.
You put it in your mouth and it goes to your lung. I suppose he's right.
And Iggy's off. That was a quick stay, Iggy. Later,
Bye,
people.
Iggy.
Thanks for dropping by. Robert, I don't think I said hello. If I didn't, hello.
Hello.
Flat Cap, I've been in I today. Mark was thinking of you, sir. Don't think it's far from you. Now, I is just the other side of Dis. It's a little way from me, to be fair. I'm the other side of Norwich. What's that? Norwich South, isn't it? I'm more west, I suppose. Am I west? No, east. East. Get the east and me west muddled up. Mark, with all the money people have spent on Naturevape, you can now afford the new Jag. Oh, John, I'd have a new Jag. That mind you, what's the
crap?
The F-Type's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah. If I fancy my little midlife crisis coming, I could have one of them, couldn't I?
Yeah. I think you should have a little Morgan. I could see you hooning down the lanes in a little old Morgan.
Little Morgan, you think?
Little Morgan, like the old freewheeler one.
Yeah,
2-seater one.
I quite like the aerial Atom. I could see more seamless.
The Atom looks good fun, but that is a proper life crisis.
One of them. Graham, evening all, late to the party. Dog walk. Yeah, we all had. I had to do that as well, which is part of the reason why I ran late. Direct to lung and mouth to lung tanks can work well. Generally, when you swap airflow pins or chimneys, airflow ring alone isn't good enough to do it. Yeah, I agree in a way, Paul, but once you've swapped your chimney, your airflow pin, do you know what I mean, and all the other bits and pieces, you might as well just buy a tank for what you want it for, don't you? I think. More.
You should have popped down and said hello to him while you were down there, Flat Cat.
No, well, that wasn't that close, to be fair. Although on Friday, I was very close to you. On Friday, I was just the other side of Long Stratton, which heading towards this. So last Friday, so I was pretty close then. And Daniel's now, he's grovelling now. He's only joking, Jay. He's not joking. I'm telling you, he's just not.
Definitely serious,
yeah. Pav knows, look, you're about 25 miles away from Gant. Yeah, I was roughly. That'd be about right, about 25 miles. Nick Bailey, I think the new Aspire side by side is ugly as sin. Andy needs your Conapat and True Tank spare glasses. Andy, I sent you 2 spare glasses last time. What do you do with these tanks?
I think I've only ever broken 2 glasses in my life, and that was me trying to get the damn things off. I didn't drop them.
I remember I dropped a tank or a setup once, and I think I did it getting out of the car. And I how you juggle it, and it's and it went out from my hands, and then I went to aim to the floor, and I kicked upwards with my foot to try and stop it, and I ended up kicking it further down the drive. Comedy of errors. New Dovpo one looks nicer, according to TVP. I haven't seen that one. I've seen. Oh, what's that? Make.
It's got a similar brushed anodized coating to what had that brush coat? A little bit like what else did the one that Bogan brought out? It's got that brushed, rough feeling, cheap anodized look to it.
What is?
The college, the new side by side from Dovpo.
Oh right, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's it looks like looks like they've cut a bit out of the squonker, the recurve squonker.
Right,
it's very similar shape.
TVP says terrible, but thanks for asking.
Oh, awesome.
Will improve, TVP. I'm sure will improve.
Yeah.
You can't keep a good man on the dole queue. It just doesn't.
Indeed.
Can't compare the Easy versus the Mix. Somehow I never bought the Easy, for God knows why.
Get one while they're still available over at Naturevape.
Oh, Kieran. Yeah. So, Kieran, were you sent the HAR then? As a reviewer, were you given it or did you have to buy it? Dovpo one is twice the price, and Mark says it's DNA chip though, so yeah, it would make a difference. I just wish they'd put a DNA chip in the Easy mode.
Yeah.
What I wish. Easy and Mix are good. Mix is more well made and heavy. Boards are basic the same. Mix has stealth mode, but that's about it. Anyway, we'll get to that. Shall we say what we're vaping on?
Yeah. That's
Do
good.
you think?
Yeah. Why not? We're at the bottom now.
I think we're near the bottom, aren't we? If College Mod is above £80, it won't sell well.
No, AVC said I bought it.
Yeah, see, I didn't get one either.
No. I don't think they sent the men out, to be honest.
Yeah, just a bit odd. Rufus, my reload glass has turned up. Excellent. Right, that'll do.
I'll do. You can start this time.
It's not
first.
spoke. We'll come back to your comment, and I'll leave my cursor there because yes, I have got some news. So, Jay, what are you vaping on?
I am vaping on the lovely little Darwin Mods Gecko with the Pandora, the tank that shall not be named, on the top, and that's got some really nice juice from a place. It's called True Juice. It's lime, blackcurrant, and raspberry. Which you can get from Naturevape.
Excellent. That's interesting.
It's very, very nice juice. It's very good. It's got a little bit of kick on the old throat as well. It's nice. And then next up, I've got the lovely little Fakir's Illusia S 18500, not 14500, with the INS tank on the top. And in that, I've got some Blake 7, which is that nice tobacco that Mark probably still hasn't tried. That's still in the bag. That's over there. Yeah. Then I've got the clear polished easy mod with the new Aspire Nautilus GT Mini on it.
So what happened there, Jay? You got that in a swap, didn't you?
I got that in a swapsies, yeah.
So someone obviously didn't like it.
Yeah, he bought it, but he liked the one I had more. Right. Funnily enough, he bought it the day before from you.
Did he?
Yeah.
There you go.
And in that, I have got some Raz, which is mango and raspberry fizz, which Mark also has a sample of that he hasn't vaped yet. In the bag. And then finally, I've got my Abstract Vapes mod, Abstract Mods ClickVet Squonker with the Hussar RDTA on the top. And in that, I've got some digestive custard, which also Mark has got a sample of in his little bag that I sent him 2 weeks ago, and he still hasn't tried it.
I'm sorry, mate. That is bad of me. I will. What are these? 3 milligram, aren't they? Yeah. I am due a recoil and wick in the Beast. So
what have you got in it?
I've still got Booley Booley Bollo.
Just pour that 10ml bottle of digestive custard in on top of it, won't it? And if anything, it'll make it taste nicer.
Well, actually, I could. No, I'll do it from fresh. I will do it from fresh. So, what am I vaping? Well, I've given that away a bit, haven't I? I'm vaping.
It's on that.
Yeah. On the new dripper that will be. Close to the final product coming on this one. I feel like I've said that the last couple of weeks, but it does get a bit like this. Every time you think, oh, next week will be the one, there's some kind of delay or whatever. But seriously, we're not far away, guys, and looking forward to this. This one, I don't know. Well, it is just different. And I think I've had quite a few emails as well from people saying, please, just tell me a bit more about it, please. And,
just tell me a little bit more. Tell me that.
So that's that one with, as I say, the Bulu Bolu. Did I actually say it right then? Bulu
I
Bolu.
think.
I think
Bolly Bulu.
no, it's Bulu Bolu. Bulu.
Bully Bolu. Yeah, Bully Bolu. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that one, which I do quite enjoy when sort of Tina's gone to bed and I sit there. I quite enjoy a little go on that. So it's not.
A little bit of a cloud session.
Yeah, just a couple of puffs, and then I'm back to mouth to lung or whatever. True Tank tonight again with its bubble glass on the easy side by side. In there, I have the same as UJ, blackcurrant, raspberry, and lime, 9 mg concentrate mixed up, True Juice, and been using that pretty much all week. In fact, the main two, if I've gone out anywhere, is that one and still the dot mod with the dot shell inside, which we haven't got any of at the moment. So, but they won't be long. They're not far. Everything, you seem to be waiting for everything at the minute. It's just one of those times. So yeah, been using that one quite a bit, and that's pretty much all I'm on tonight. To be honest, folks, I was a bit rushed to get everything ready to come on here, and Jay will tell you. I think that was 29 minutes past 8 when I buzzed him through.
Yeah, it was something like that.
We had a couple of minutes sort of just calm down time, and then
straight into it.
Incidentally, I did have a guy email me. I won't say his name. It doesn't matter anyway. He bought the Easy Mod and he wanted the K-Fun 2019 24mm RTA to go on it.
Yeah.
And he said that the airflow hole was facing the back of the Easy Mod and therefore rendered it, for him, useless. Which I accept that, and that is one thing people do.
Yeah, but that's easily fixed, though.
Well, you could put just a little O-ring underneath or something. Just
no. You just take the 510 out, turn it 180, and put it back in again, and it'd be on the outside, wouldn't it?
Oh, what, on the Easy Mod? You mean?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah,
you
you're
just
right.
got the two screws, just turn it round.
Yeah.
And it'll be the opposite way then.
Yeah.
It depends how the threads catch as well.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
If he turns it round, just undoes the two screws and pops it and turns it round and puts it back in again.
Oh, God, this is annoying. I'm gonna have to give you
10 out of 10.
Because I hadn't actually thought of that, but you do have to think something. Or my point is, order something, and if that happens, that is part and parcel of this type of product. And the problem is then when people say, I want to send it back because it doesn't work for what I wanted it for. It's then a used product, and I can't really sell it, so it is a bit.
But that's what I'd tell him if we still got it. Then
I'd
say,
tell
him to mark it. Which one's put a little tiny dot on with a pen on the side that's outside. You get me?
Well, I think
and then
quite obvious one.
A little spot of marker pen, and then unscrew it and turn it round and put it back in.
Yeah, that would work well. So that was just a thought on that one. So, it's just, you're right what you say, Jay. But it is. Yeah. Whether it's the Easy Mod or any other sort of side by side, they do have that as a bit of a could be issue. Now, a lot of people, it doesn't bother me because if I don't use the True Tank in it, I'll use something else. So, it wouldn't, even if I was a customer, it wouldn't make me want to send it back because I'd just think, oh, well, it will suit.
Yeah.
I don't know, the reload mouth to lung, for example. So, but anyway.
Actually, I just looked. It won't work with it because the wire's not long enough on the negative. I'm just looking at the clear one now. The easiest way would be to put a shim underneath it.
So I retract that round of applause. Yeah. You are so stupid sometimes, Jay.
The wire was long. Oh, no, it might. Yeah, it will do. Hang on, I'm just looking where it goes. Yes, it will do. Sorry, the negative goes on the top of the board, doesn't it? Not the bottom. Yeah, it will do.
Can't remember. Worth it.
Yeah, I'm just looking because it's folded over. So because it's folded over, if you turn it round, it'd be all right.
Worth
Yeah,
it.
be fine. Yeah.
Right. It's not smoke. Let's put it's not smoke's comment up there. Mark, any news on the VX217 update yet? Mine's misfiring all the time now. There is some news. I don't know if you bought it from me or not, but I've been sent some data cables. A whole box of them arrived from Org Vape, and basically there's an update that I was. It's like I got the cables, and I said, "What am I supposed to do with these?" And they said, "Well, here's the update." I said, "No point in giving it to me. You need to put it on your website so everyone else can use it."
Yeah.
So they're getting that done today, I think. I spoke to them this morning. But the data cables, you can't use any other data cable. It has to be
It's like the Yeehee ones. You've got to use their particular cable because it's got a specific line connected. Yeah.
If you bought it from me, it's not smoke. Get in touch, and I will post you out a cable. And in a couple of days, there'll be an update on the Allvape website to do an update. As it stands, that is only Windows, and I don't have Windows PC. So, but I think they're looking at doing one for Mac as well, I think. But as it stands, only Windows. So hopefully that's answered that. And the same thing applies to anybody else who's bought one from me as well. Yes, it's annoying to you. It's annoying to me as well because, you sell something, you don't expect to have to then post out more stuff for that something and do an upgrade. So I get all that, but sometimes mistakes happen, and this is the only solution other than send it back for a refund, and it'll end up in the bin, which would be a shame. So that's that one. What else did I see? Shane Gibson, I've heard the paintwork on the mix is crap. Don't it? Is that metal? Let's talk about the mix, shall we?
Metal. It's metal and aluminium with anodizing on it.
Right. I haven't watched a review on it yet. I've seen pictures of it, but I haven't watched a review on it. I get how you undo the screws, I assume, and it collapses down to an 18350. Is that right?
Yeah, you undo the two screws. The top plate comes off the tube. You take those two screws away. It comes with two shorter screws. Right. You unscrew the tube, and you screw the 18350 tube on, then shrink it down.
Right. On with it.
And then you bung it back together again.
I know that another online stockist, I might as well say it doesn't matter. It's Steve, SR Vapes.
Yeah.
He got some in, so if anyone wants one, I know he's got them. And he phoned me because he said, "Are you getting these in?" I said, "No, I'm not. I'll stick with the Easy Mod. I won't bother." And he phoned me. He said, "I think you've done right." He said, "I've sold 3 Easy Mods and one of the Spy ones today." so I don't know. But
it's got a high end look to it though. It does look like it's something that's a lot dearer than it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it may well be really well made. And if it is brilliant, and people like one, buy one. I haven't got a problem with that. But I don't know. As far as paintwork finish goes, don't know. But I guess if it's metal, it would be more prone to scratching. I mean, personally, I think I mentioned this the other week, Jay, that the Easy Mod, I think, is better now I've been using it, because it's
starting to lose its shiny bit and going scuffy around the edges.
Almost gone more shiny. It's
I
said
the only bit that gets scuffed is the bottom on mine.
If you look at that now,
it's starting to where mine's got there's a slight texture to it, isn't it, when you first get it? Mine's like that. It's going a bit shiny in places.
Newer one here, you can see the difference. There's a newer one with a tripod on. I don't know if the camera will show it up.
See, it's shiny on the one that you've used, yeah.
You can definitely see it, can't you? We'll try and get them level. And it's not the light, because I can swap them around and it does the same thing. So
let's put it this way: if that mix box was made by some box with a DNA 60 in it, it'd have been about 320 quid.
Yeah. So I don't know what everyone else's thoughts are on it. Be interesting to hear. Proper Coils, good evening. Proper Coils, did you contact me? Because if you did, I didn't see your message about coming on. So hopefully you will.
Yeah.
Be nice to have you on. Stuart, hi, Pro. Everyone saying hello at Proper. Jenna, RTA, this is Nick Bailey on a Rebel. Asgard on the Clutch. Jenna, RDA and the Lizard. Combo V2. Boom, boom. Black Country Vape Rum on the Titan with the Titan tank. Wismet Tinker 2 with intake dual. And the Cooper. What is the Cooper Primus? Don't know what
that's old school Cloudpaw Primus, is it?
Well, it says here Cooper, but the Cloud. I remember the Cloudpaw.
The Cloudpaw Primus,
But
yeah, isn't it the triple battery 300 watt
is it
thing?
He's put Cooper KOOPOR.
I don't think they made it.
Off he goes. Here goes Google.
Oh, the Smock Cooper. It'll be the Smock one.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's basically like the other one. It looks like an old radio. Do you remember them?
Not really.
I think it's the Cloudpaw one, but it like Smock put their name on it. They copied it, or one of them did.
Heavy inspired. Oh, Aspire GT Jenna. Heavy inspired, I think, Paul. Yeah.
Well, again, that's the Typhon guys, isn't it? That's come up with that.
Rufus got the Ha. What do you think of the Ha, Rufus? On Danny, Geek Vape Boost and Asgard Mini on the Boxer. I did hear something about because the other thing, we've had the odd person say about rattly buttons on the Easy mod, which you could actually fix. Well, that is rattly, isn't it?
Doesn't do it on the black ones. It's not as bad on the black. There's a little bit, but it's not as bad on the black ones. I think it's just the tolerance. You take it apart and stick a piece of tape on the back of it, it'd be fine.
You know they're done, don't you? And I do know this for a fact now. That doesn't rattle. Nor does my other one.
Yeah.
They've changed the button design again.
Oh, have they?
Yeah. Why? Why would you do that? So you can't see till you take them out, Jay. And I'll tell you how I knew that, because I had a clear one like yours that was cracked.
Yeah.
And someone sent one back with a fault. And I said, well, that's all right. I've got a cracked clear one. I think it had it nearly 3 months. And I said, don't worry. I'll take the guts out of the clear one and I'll put it in yours for you. So we're all good.
Yeah.
So on the weekend, I did that. Took it all apart and thought, well, I'll leave the buttons in there. Right.
Yeah.
I slid the new guts into his. And I thought, don't work. Strange. The buttons are different. So why? I don't know why you'd do that. Quite odd, isn't it? So,
yeah, it's odd that.
And that's what Ambition Mods did. If you remember, the very first version was fine.
Yeah.
And then they brought the second batch out, and they're the ones that had the 510 issue, and that's a different 510 to the very first one. I don't know why. It's almost like
because this clear one, the 510 is actually thicker and higher up.
Yeah. But you can't keep up with it, Jay. You know, it's almost like they get different suppliers, depending on the price they quote, to supply bits. Or maybe this might...
People are messaging them saying, oh, it's doing this, so they're trying to cure it.
Well, there was nothing to cure in the early ones. That's what I'm saying. But I think more to the point, because some of China was still on lockdown and people hadn't gone back to work, maybe they had to source those parts from elsewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
That could well have happened. So if they did, well then, you know, they'd done what they had to do. But anyway, worth discussing. Wasn't there something else I said I was going to talk about earlier?
Can't remember.
I can't remember. Kieran's vaping on the Aston RTA. That's another one I like the look of. Kieran, I'm getting quite envious. Why are you getting all these lovely tanks that are interesting?
Has he done over a bank or something?
I think Kieran's put his whole family down for furlough. That's what he's done, including the kids. Gone for the Kasoku Tech Mod with limit mouth to lung RTA. Not keen on the mix. So not keen on the mix. Love the look of the Jenna RTA. The limit is a good one. Very expensive air freight. A lot of these are chats within chats, but I'm reading through them. That's what I was going to raise as well. The Danny box.
Mm.
I heard they had a problem as well, but an opposite problem to the.
They have sticky buttons.
They have sticky buttons. Yeah. So
you have to take. Basically, what happens is all the gunk out your finger goes on them and it goes down into them, and they go ginky.
So, I think they've tried to make the tolerances too tight, haven't they, to stop any rattle or anything? But they've gone too much the other way. I think apparently you have to undo 2 screws, push it down, push it up again, tighten them up, and it's okay, or something like that. That I did here, but yeah. So it doesn't matter if you spent 60 quid or 250 quid or whatever. You know, still issues are still apparent.
It's all down to preference, isn't it?
Yep. Right. So I was reading something else. Evening, Dean. Devil Vapor. We're gents.
Evening, Devil.
Off Dean, we're just gents. Off Flat Cat, we were good-looking gentlemen, weren't we, or something?
Yeah.
Iggy, I thought you'd gone. The Devil Vote. What's your review on the Drag S and got me one? It's rather nice. Nice. Yeah, Paul Hinchcliffe. Just get a 510 protector banged on it. They did make, and I had some somewhere, and Daniel will know that because he sent them to me.
I've used insulators for batteries before now as well.
Yeah, they made. I don't know if they still do, but they did make some really thin plastic discs, spacers. Yeah. And I don't know if they're still readily available.
Yeah, you can get the gaskets, yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
But if not, just a thin O-ring would do. Just like unscrew it down. That would just stop the... But then people, I guess, will say that, oh,
there's a gap now.
I've got a Watford. That's no good. Pav says it will work. I've done it to one of mine. So he's turned the base plate around. Thank you, Pav, for that.
I thought it might have done. It's just when I looked at the clear one quickly, I saw that the battery... the negative came down it and it looked very short, but when I looked on the other side I can see it's all bundled up, so there's plenty of extra spares there.
And Daniel's put, or like you said, Joe, the 510 plastic gaskets are available from a few different places. I don't know who's got them now. I know they were, you'd probably get them from one of the Chinese sites.
You get them Stealth Vape or somewhere like that.
Stealth Vape might have them, might be worth a look.
Yeah. Or the battery guys, doesn't it? The people that do the batteries and stuff, they tend to do things like that. Or you could use, like I say, the positive insulator.
I knew what you were going to say then, because my brain went to the same place. I thought, yeah, that's the same. So 510 insulator. A positive insulator on a.
Positive insulators on batteries will do as well. Do the same job.
John Mark, sorry if been said. When's American Blend Drake's Net back in stock? It hasn't been said, John, and thanks for bringing it up. I'm expecting a sizable order from Drake's, and I've seen pictures, so I know it's physically done. He's basically changed a lot of the labels, especially on the 10ml bottles, the packaging, and I think he wanted to send it all in one lump. So I'm going to say, John, any day. So, but certainly not a long time away. We've been out of. American Blend has been out. We've been out of Burley for ages, and people love Burley, and they're getting regular emails. When's the Burley coming back in? It's not because I haven't ordered it, guys. It's because they haven't supplied me. So
because you haven't ordered it.
I have, Jay. I tell the truth, and I said I hadn't looked into the Scrivo, but I'll have that. It's not smoke. Cheers, Mark. You're welcome. It's not smoke. Not a problem. Paul, mix is CNC body, got the silver one, no paint issues for me.
Yeah, because it's not paint. It's anodized.
It's anodized. Well,
It's
anodized should be all right because
Yeah,
anodized by process
it's
absorbs
stronger.
into the metal, doesn't it?
Just an FYI, guys, if you take anything apart that's got anodizing on and you use the stuff that comes in a bottle, not in a spray can, Mr. Muscle oven cleaner, if you leave it on for 5 minutes, it takes the coating off, takes the anodizing off. So if you want to polish it,
Shouldn't anodizing? True anodizing should literally be absorbed into the metal.
yeah, it does. It does to a certain degree, but the top layer will come off with
Right.
Mr. Muscle.
Jed is asking Kieran what coil you'd recommend. I don't know what that's for, but you've got a question in chat, Kieran, if you didn't notice it.
Yeah.
Rufus, Todd scratched the finish on the mix, seems to hold up well. And
Yeah, I think he tried to see if it would come off.
Kieran has seen it because he's answered it. There you go. That'll teach me not to skip through chat a bit quicker, won't it?
One good captains. Good boy.
And Graham says he's dropped his easy mod, polished clear loads of times. I use it for work, still solid.
Cracking up mods.
I did actually have another one so he said, mine's broken, just here's a crack.
Yeah.
When he sent it back, there's a great big chunk out of the base. It obviously dropped. But I did sort it out for him, but I thought it was quite funny. That's it. It's not always where you drop them they break, is it? Because there's other stress points in there. Nick says easy mod, much better looking in my opinion. David, I have 2 easy mods, can't see the reason to buy the mix. Dean, the Cooper Price was the cheese grater thing. Cheese grater thing.
Yeah, it had like mesh on it, didn't it?
Right.
Mesh to it. The holes drilled in it.
Oh, here we go. Nick Bailey, come out. V2, not combo. You say that every week, Mark. What do I say every week?
Komodo V2, not combo. Oh, I think you said combo instead of Komodo.
Did I? Oh, I don't know. Sorry.
We know what he meant.
Evil Reaper V3 on Danny, 27 for Kears, Iron Junior on his Modus Reborn. Graham had an old Cooper. I can't place it. I can't think of it, and I haven't got time to sit and Google it like Jay. You know, he's head down. There it goes again. Proper coils. The threading on the Easy Mods battery cap is terrible, and the buttons rattle is bad. I'll contact you in a couple of weeks, Mark. I'm flat out at the moment. Right? Yeah, not a problem.
I find the threading's all right. It is a very fine thread, but if you use one of the Naturevape patented battery tools, it makes your life a lot easier.
If you use one of them, it's not an issue.
Are they in stock, Mark?
Yes, they are. And I'll tell you how I know they're in stock.
Because you printed them.
Because I had... There you go. How easy is that? And it stays on the end.
Yeah.
So I had one of my... he's actually quite a regular customer, and he bought the Easy Mod. And as soon as he'd bought it, he sent a follow-up email and said, when are you going to get your battery cap tools in stock, please? Because I've got... What did he say? He had pigeon fingers or something. Not pigeon fingers. I can't remember what he said he had now.
Pigeon fingers.
And because he's an old guy, I said, I didn't realise they were out of stock, so I did print some, and I printed 5, that was all, just to keep us out of trouble.
There you go.
Right.
Cooper, Cloud Cooper from Smock. It's the same as the Cloud Paw one.
I can't even remember seeing that. Anyway, and I just posted it to him with his order. I thought he'd appreciate it. So, yeah. But yeah, they do help. But I will say that without that, that for me, especially with your drip tip there, that annoyed. That was the main annoying thing for me. And the button rattle. Well, yeah, proper coils. No, it doesn't. But it does.
It does on some, doesn't on others.
Yeah, I'm going to have to have a word with them about that because I wasn't even aware of it. The trouble is, you don't think they're going to change anything, but
no.
There would be a cure for that.
Yeah, put a bit of sellotape on the back of the buttons inside. Piece of sellotape on the back of the button would do the job. I've done it before. Piece of Captain tape or something.
What you mean on the very thin bit?
Yeah, piece of Captain tape, self-adhesive Captain tape. Little
Mm.
tiny square of that on each one. Job done.
Yeah,
Just because that'll take the tolerance out.
They've been easy cure, but basically they've just got the tolerances slightly wrong, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Which is a shame because
Could be a difference in materials as well, which is why the black ones don't rattle and the others do.
I wish I had
Because
it.
my black one, nothing.
Yeah, but you're doing it that way, Jay. If you do it that way. No, there's not a lot there, is there?
There's none.
No.
It's my t-shirt making all the noise. Whereas this one,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I expect you, Jay, next week to have fixed yours, and possibly do a review. When have you got any reviews coming up, Jay, on your Jay's review?
I haven't had time, and I haven't been in the right frame of mind to do any. No one bloody watches me anyway.
I'm throwing out a little bit of ground bait here just to see if I get a bite. You know, and your last review, Joe, I can't remember what that one was about.
I remember it was live one's the last one. I think it was a live coil. It was a live mod build. I think it was the last one I did.
How long ago, seriously, was your last review?
Probably about 6 months.
6 months ago.
That's 6 months, yeah.
Jay's vape review channel was 6 months.
Because I've been doing mods and mod repairs and other stuff in it, you know.
Never apologise or explain, Jay. Never. Just say it is what it is. Move on.
Plus, I can't afford to buy subs.
Who are you saying buy subs? Not this man.
No, not you.
You can actually tell who buys subs, can't you? Quite.
Yeah, because there's a jump in it.
Yeah, yeah. I can honestly, hand on heart, say that I have never ever bought a sub for YouTube because I must have bought a sub for something like a toy football or something. But
Yeah,
I never have on YouTube. Yeah, there you go. Paul says the same thing. Put that one on the screen. First release of the Easy Mod doesn't have button rattle. Later ones do, and that can only be that. And I know they have changed the button, so which must mean they've changed the chip. Because otherwise, why? Otherwise, there wouldn't be they would be interchangeable, wouldn't they? And these weren't, honestly.
Yeah.
They were so different that I literally pressed the button and I thought there's nothing at all. I couldn't get it to fire. Tim Rice had the HAR the other day. Brilliant tank for building. Is different because the posts are in opposite direction to normal tanks. Excellent. Danny are bringing out a side-by-side mod, are they?
Yeah.
Heath says. That'll be popular, won't it?
The one I always like. Do you remember the Hypno sticks? The Stabwood Hypno sticks. They're a bit tasty.
Which ones?
Stabwood.
Oh,
Hypno sticks.
Right. Yeah.
I think they used their dicodes boards in them, didn't they? They're a bit funky.
Rufus says the heart, like the airflow, flavour is pretty good. Put it next to a Rose V3. See, I've got the Rose V3 and I don't like it. I have, honestly. I used it about twice and I didn't like it at all. It was
No, that's a running joke. Everyone took the piss saying it looked like a Rose V3.
Oh, really? Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
I thought he meant airflow wise.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm behind the times. Well, I don't stalk people on YouTube.
Yeah. There you go. There's a good question for you there, mate, if you want to wang it up. From DE.
Question for Naturevape. Is it costly sending stuff to reviewers to review? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because
it's the price of the item plus the postage, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes that's not always the case, and I will be fair about this. Some companies I buy from, they'll say to me, if we send you 6 extra, can you send them off to reviewers for us, please?
Yeah.
And yeah, of course I can. And what I tend to do then, because I think, how do I select 6 reviewers? So I then tend to like bump that up to 10, and I'll send 4 as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, the postage is never paid for, and normally, very often, I send these things out of my own expense because it's all, for me, it's all, there's 2 reasons.
Well, if you think about the amount of people that would watch that review for the money you spent out,
it's a cheap advert, isn't it?
It's cheap advert,
it's a cheap advert, you know, so I get that. Well, that's assuming that the reviewer actually does the review. Then it's not a very cheap advert.
No.
Or he says, I got this, I'm not reviewing it because it's absolute garbage. That's not a cheap advert.
Yeah, but that's an opinion. That's an opinion, isn't it? Whereas one of the others you've sent it to said, "Oh, I love this. It's great." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, that's the answer to your question, DE. Is that I mean, there is an expense. Normally, it's the cost of the product plus postage, and even if I'm given some extra ones, I usually pay import duty on those extra ones as well. So that nothing's ever free. But you know, a lot of companies, when you see me send perhaps 10 or a dozen out, I've been given a percentage of them by that company to do it. Like the Vape VX217, I was given some of them.
Which you offered me and I declined.
You did decline.
It's not my sort of thing.
It's not your bag. Rufus got 1002 Ha, so I think they've sold well. Possibly, and I would think they will sell well, so I'm not going to say they're not. I would think they will.
But I think they have judged well from all the pictures I've seen people putting up. There's been an awful lot of pictures.
Yeah, but I know with the True Tank, I got the first box out, and like the first tank I got out there, like I got a couple out. One was serial number 453, and the other one was serial number 29. So how did that work? These were side by side in the box, so it can be misleading. Oh, Tim Baker, my clear, easy side has cracked. Has crack appeared by button, never dropped or left the house? Which button, Tim? The crack I've seen on the Easy Mod clear ones is
above the fire button.
About here.
Oh, there is it.
Yeah, if I can get it right, about there. So if it's there, and you bought it off me, which you probably did, get in touch. If it's up the top here, I don't know why that would be.
I know.
Over tightening the tank?
Take the tank off. Just pop the tank off.
Well, there's a screw underneath.
Yeah. And where's the other place it cracks? Right next to the screw.
Yeah. So your point is?
So it's the screw threading, isn't it? It's cracking on the screw.
It could.
They've over-tightened. They might have over-tightened them when they made them, and with the heat of your hand, it's expanding the plastic to the metal.
I don't know, but I know that we've had some cracks about here, and I know what caused that. And they're, you know, I've put them. I had a few, which I just said. There's one with a crack on, which is why I changed it for the guy, the guts. But anywhere else, I haven't seen. I've seen down the bottom there, and I've seen, like I say, one here.
Yeah.
But that was, as you rightly say, Joe, there's a screw in the top of the 510 or the plate.
Yeah.
That comes down. So if that's been over tightened or something.
Yeah, because obviously you get, you know, if you're really caning on a tank, it's going to get hot and then it's going to expand the metal because you've got plastic and metal together, haven't you? There's always going to be some give, isn't there?
But if you got it off me, Tim, get in touch and send me a picture or something. I'll help you in the best way that I can.
You don't get customer service like that from most places, I tell you.
Well, you don't a lot of the time, do you? But I do try. And anyone who knows me will know that I try. Kieran, block capitals, back at work, Mark. So do you think my furlough ground bait got a little off Kieran there? My clear polished is 13,680, no probs. So, well, what's this one? 218.
This one's 27341, and the other one is, my black one is 179.
See, this one, This black one is 37. I can't read it. 379 something or other.
Yeah.
No,
So I mean, I've got a lower number than you have.
3796, I think it is.
I've got a lower number than you.
What have you got?
I've got 179 00179.
Oh, have you? Yeah, I've got 218 on this one.
218 on that one.
You
Yeah,
can see
from
which
the
one you
first
use
batch.
the most, can't you?
Yeah.
This is the one with the DNA chip in it.
Yeah, that's the one that you hacked, isn't it?
Yeah. And John, Naturevape, when's the Drake's American Blend net back in stock? I answered that, John. I've spoken to you already. Anytime. No idea how many they made, but mine is at 1,002. Yeah. Yeah, I would have said that the Ha, would be a very, very good seller. But I'd quite like to try one, see what it's like. I'll watch a few reviews, and that was just generally just a bit of a pissy comment, but without any malice or meaning. I mean, to be fair,
they don't send them out to review.
If it's an expensive tank,
it's Van and Dell as well, isn't it? They don't usually send stuff out.
I wouldn't expect one for review. So, but what's this? The Jenna RTA, fantastic. Looks R2. Haven't put mine down since I got it. Was lucky to get mine. It was only 600 made. Great RTA. 600 was it?
Yeah.
And we've got 88 people watching. Look, and only 36 thumbs up.
Come on, get those thumbs up, guys.
How can that be? How can that happen?
Thumbs up. I'll hit those thumbs up. Go on. You know you wanna.
Oh, go on. There was a horse called Go on, wasn't there?
Go on. I can do that for hours. I love it. It makes me laugh. I used to love Father Ted. It was awesome.
Sorry I'm late. Evening, Mark, Jay, and chat. Evening, Ian.
I'll do.
So, what else have you been up to then, Jay? What's new?
Not much. I've got a few. I've had 4 billet boxes in today for repair.
4, crikey.
Yeah, always switch off screen faults. Mainly that bit of working, doing stuff around the house and bits and bobs, and that's it really.
So, presumably billet box, they're all liquid damage. That's what it normally is.
No. I think the worst thing about them is the board's loose, unless it's one of the early ones and they put shed tons of bloody hot glue in it.
Right.
Yeah. So what happens is they change the buttons all the time, don't they, to fancy them and change the panels and stuff. You know, like you can get the different, like the mission switches and stuff like that.
Mm.
And they're breaking the wires off the buttons, or the buttons are worn out. I've got to replace the buttons.
I had one the other week that we sent out brand new, and the guy was having problems with it. I said, just send it back. I'll have a look at it.
Yeah.
When it came back, the positive pin.
Yeah.
And this might be something that people might want to look out for. I don't know. So the bit I mean, has this one got a
bit in the black block and the black Delrin block?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just get this one out of here.
Is it that little horrible piece of plastic behind it, was it?
I'll show everyone. Right. The positive pin. Ooh, that's dark. And the bottom there, the one you can see, not there.
Yeah, there. That one there, yeah.
That one there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, that was floating. It was floating up in the air.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I hadn't come across that before. Normally, they sit.
They are loose. They are loose.
Flush.
They are loose, but sometimes they juggle themselves loose, you know?
This was really loose and
a
problematic loose, I would have said. But, I mean, I thought then...
Nothing a blob of silicone underneath it wouldn't sort out.
Well, exactly. I've never seen one come up like that before. And to be honest with you, what's that I used? It was a bit like silicone that I used and put in there. And I just basically... if you can imagine,
you put a borrow in to hold it in place.
I actually put a bit of wooden dowel through the top, pressed onto there, and had it clamped and just left it overnight.
You can do the same job if you just stuck a borrow in and put the top in. That's what I've done before now to hold it in place.
Yeah, could have done, Could have done.
Because that way you're always going to get a decent connection, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. But my way worked. Always picking on me.
You overcomplicated it, mate.
I like to overcomplicate things. But anyone else's, and I thought at the time, because you do get condensation, moisture in the top there.
Yeah.
I'd actually recommend everyone put a little bit of silicone or something in that pin to stop that moisture coming down, stop it getting on the chip, and save themselves a dead.
On the genuine ones, they are super glued in, which is a nightmare if you tried to get it out to fix it.
Well, rest my case then. So the SXK ones should have been as well, and they weren't. So
silicone, but I actually prefer them loose because it means you can get to it if you need to repair it.
Yes.
Because the real ones, you try getting them out, you end up knackering the contact.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. But
blob of silicone would have done the job.
If that had been siliconed in the first place, it probably wouldn't have gone wrong.
I think they did it so it's like semi-floating, so you always get a connection when you push it down, because the wire's quite stiff in them.
Right.
So once it's set roughly where it sits, it might just got jiggled loose in transit, Yeah,
I don't know, but this, he's had no problem since. He's told me so. Anyway, all good. But there's today's little tip. I mean, that's part of what this Tuesday night chat is all about. We all come across things we haven't seen before, and some things you don't expect because it never used to be a problem. They've just reared their ugly heads from somewhere. It's Nick Bailey's a chat within chat, $1,000. What's that all about?
Oh, it's the Jenners.
Right. Looks like
probably cost 20 quid to make it. It is Vicious Ant that made it, isn't it? Overpriced junk.
Unicron's hole. Mark, is your head so? Why is your Mark's head red? So red. How do you find time to go outside? Shouldn't you be in the warehouse packing orders?
Hello, Cron.
Yeah, I had. I'll tell you what I was doing Saturday, Jay. This will make you laugh.
Were you making coils?
No, well, I was, but I took a little break and sat outside, as you might be able to tell.
And maybe had a nice cider or something and just sat down in the sun and had a nice cider.
Well, it wasn't cider, but I may have flicked the lid off a bottle of something. Yeah, I think it was Beck's. But yeah, I hate flies. Okay, I absolutely hate flies. And bear with me on this one, guys, because it's just a little story. The batches, the rackets you can buy that you press the button, zap, zap rackets. Well, I bought one ages ago from Aldi. Mm-hmm. It was more of a stand-up job with a, as a flat thing. And it's got 4 LED lights in the top, ultraviolet, I assume. They're either blue or ultraviolet. Yeah. And of course, it's got an on-off button, so you stand it there, and the idea is the mozzies and flies fly into it. Well, of course, they don't, because flies aren't attracted to that light, are they? So it just sits there on. It took C-cell batteries, which go flat in about half an hour because there's so much power going, because it's on all the time. So much power going to them. So I thought, right, I'm going to have a play on Saturday. I want a bit of me time.
So let me guess, you tried hooking it up to the mains?
No.
With an adapter?
No, I took the thing apart and I converted it to an 18650. All right, yeah. With a buck boost converter thing to drop the voltage down to 3 volts. It's actually 3.2. I thought that won't do it any harm. Yeah. Had it set up and I thought, right, now I can actually test it without having to go and buy new batteries every 5 minutes. So I pressed the button, of course, nothing happened. And I got to thinking, I thought, well, there's no reason why a fly would fly in there, is there? Because where's the attraction? They're not often going to fly and get zapped on there. So I thought, well, food. Flies always go for food, don't they? It's
got lights on it, hasn't it? Hasn't it got a UV light on it?
Yeah, but...
my one downstairs got UV light and they fly into that all day.
No, not this one. So I thought, right, I'll try with a Tupperware container, right? I'll put some dog's food in there and I'll lay this thing on top so that the flies are going zap, right? And it did work to a point. But that got me thinking. This is where I said stay away with it. I thought, well, I've got all the guts inside this thing to make my own, haven't I? Because it's only, a positive and a negative, and one's the
Oh,
tool.
God help us.
Right? Okay. So I thought, surely more of something like a bird cage. Imagine a bird cage with the. Look at me, Jay. Don't look at the table. It's rude. I don't care what you're doing. Hey, talking to you. Bird cage, right, with the wires going up and down, right? Positive, minus,
Yeah.
positive, minus. And I thought if you had like just a bit of dog scrub,
Yeah.
bird cage on top, flies would be far more likely to get zapped then, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I would have thought. So
There you go. There's Mark testing his new fly
I
swatter out.
knew you were doing something. Yeah, no, I'll have you know, I didn't give myself one shock. I was all right. But so, what's everyone's thoughts in chat? Will my new fly trap work? And I thought I could 3D print one, couldn't I? Just discs with holes, wires going up and down, like a bird cage on top.
Thing is, you could have done that with a mains adapter if you'd have got a 3-volt one.
Oh, don't complicate me. I thought I don't want a mains adapter. I want it portable, so I
Oh, right, when you portable, right,
put it wherever I want. Well, I do now because you suggested mains. So
if you really wanted to be fancy, you could use a. I mean, it's probably not going to be good for human consumption if they accidentally touched it, but you could use a small HT coil for a 6-volt motorcycle for the spark plug.
Right, yeah.
And then using something like, I don't know, you could use an Arduino if you wanted to control it, to turn it on and off.
Mm.
And if you set it to it, you could set different pulse times.
So, well, I'll wait for you to design and make that, and I will test it out, Jay. The competition for this week. Anyone in chat that hates flies as much as I do.
I just got this vision of him like going, "Oh, I've got some mesh somewhere," and he just got like 6 foot of mesh on his wall, hooked up to the mains, like just waiting for a fly to go with like an ultraviolet light running down the back of it on a panel. So they go, "Oh, that looks nice."
Version 2 is an electrocuting fly curtain between the kitchen and the lounge. Tina has to be very careful how she goes in the kitchen.
Yeah, 2 pieces of mesh from an old barbecue would do it.
So if anyone in chat agrees with me about flies and can design and make the ultimate fly killer, let's do it. Let's do it. That's what
I'd say we've got ones that look like the professional ones downstairs that plug into the mains and are about that big, and they're like 15 quid.
Yeah, I know the sort you mean, but then you've got bright ultraviolet light all the time, haven't you?
Yeah, because that's what attracts them. Is UV? Is it UVB rays or something that attracts them? They like.
I don't know. Unicron, 17 minutes behind in chat. Yes, I scrolled up. Well, that's not bad. 17 minutes. That's pretty good stuff. It's all right. Not a problem. So I better flick down to see if we've got any flies. Only 17 minutes, but Mark's on fire tonight. Yeah, thank you, Mav. Jed, Mark, send me your rose. I'll have a go. Yeah, fine. Not a problem. I've got it in a drawer. It's just I used it about twice, and it just, I don't know. It just didn't give me the vape that I wanted or liked at all. Oh, what's that, Daniel? And if they bother to mention who sent it to them for free, what's that? I said that Daniel sent me the discs.
Yeah,
if that's what he means. I don't know. I meant it was like the rose in looks, engravings on the heart, a lot more subtle than the flick. Yeah. Thanks, Rufus. Jay put me right on that one. NG Vapes, good evening, you lovely bunch. Good evening, NG Vapes.
Evening.
To the left of the fire button. Tim Bate will email you a pic. Yep, thanks, Tim. I'll have a look at that for you.
Yeah, get them thumbs up going, guys. Can see it's well past
Liz,
quarter two.
you beat me to it. Sorry, Daniel. I did a bit, didn't I? I've taken Daniel's job away from him as well.
Crikey Moses, a lot of chat to get through.
Vaping, is it Peridot? I'll say Peridot. Hello from Boston. Do you ship to Massachusetts? Yes, I do. Yeah, we ship to the States quite a lot. We've got quite a lot of customers there. So, yes, we do. Your shipping will be worked out in your cart because once you've put your address on the site, it will automatically work the shipping out. And do you know, I ought to know how much it is, didn't I? I think it's $10.99 to the States, either $9.99 or $10 to the States. Daniel, you're going home. Cogger's laughing. Got to run, Unicron. It's everyone's running now. I was talking about my fly trap, I reckon. How does juice get behind the panel on the opposite side of the borrow tank on the billet box? Ah, you mean
condensation?
Behind, yeah, but he's right, isn't it? It gets behind and it hovers behind the borrow tank, doesn't it? It's quite odd. Yeah, you're right though. It must be like a wicking effect almost, I reckon.
Yeah. Unless it's just like, oh, like there's a cup in the top of the thing. Maybe it's like the seal on the drip tip doesn't seal properly.
And yeah, Rufus was corrected his spelling on borrow. We knew what you mean, Rufus. We knew. Mark and Jay, just wanted to say I look forward to watching the show every week as you both take time to reply to people's questions and help us. Thank you both. Well, thank you, Scott Lee.
That's what it's all about. Thank you very much.
The pleasure. I do try and go through chat. I do, have a little bit of grief over it at times for being just an absolute touch behind my A game. Just a little bit behind every now and again. Curly Chew, Eden Curly Chew. Conference calls now. Oh, what is it with conference calls nowadays? They used to be phone calls from my boss, didn't they? They're now conference.
Yes, apasapelotele.
Conference.
Buy, sell, buy, sell.
Yeah, Kieran, hang a clear bag of water with copper coins in it from tree flies will go away simpler. I tried that, Kieran. It didn't work. It didn't work for me. I did try because I heard that one. We had Tina and I think it was last summer. We had bags hanging everywhere with coins in them. Nothing. Didn't do any good. So I don't know why. Why it works for some, not other. I don't know. Just get one of them battery fly bats. Well, yeah, but my point, John, is that I don't want to be chasing that fly around the house like some madman. I want it to be.
Did you see you pissed off?
Fly. I wanted the thing to go and trap itself.
That mains one we got downstairs. Every time I walk past it when it's on in the kitchen, some bugger gets in it, and they always are loud when it goes off. It always goes loud.
I used to have one of them. My border collie hated it. Every time a fly got zapped, it'd like walk out of the room. He hated it. Oh, that was a chat within chat. My cat catches and eats flies. I need a cat. That's what I need. I need a cat. There's a guy in New Zealand who has a campaign against wasps as they are invasive there. His contraptions are awesome. Oh, right. But that's wasps. See, wasps are easier. You can just leave half a bottle of lager sitting outside and they'd be in there, wouldn't they?
Yeah. There's a guy, isn't there, that made it. What was it? It's for was it for spiders and flies and stuff like that? It was a salt gun.
I've seen that.
Called it the assault rifle or something.
I've seen them. And
that's awesome.
There's also a spider's web one, isn't there?
Yeah. It's got like loads of little spines on it, and you just put it on the Hoover and it sucks them up.
No. There's like a gun that a bit like Spider-Man. It shoots out like a web.
Oh yeah. And I've seen that. Yeah.
So that's
like silly string, isn't it?
Can of hairspray lighter, cook the bastard. Oh dear, so it's not just me, you see, he doesn't like flies. Ivy says they say learn something new every day. The water and the pennies created a prism that reflects colours and also projects the image of the water. Flies don't like water, and they don't like the colours given off from the pennies. Why didn't it work then, Kieran? Perhaps I would give it another go. So
it only works in the right spots if it's in direct sunlight, I think.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, curly chew. Yeah, I've got a tip for that. Any tips for keeping bills away from my letterbox? Those pesky buggers keep turning up. Yeah, stop buying things. There's a good start. Up yours says, can you give my dog Duke a shout out as he loves it, Mark? Duke, are you listening, Duke?
Yeah, boy.
He's there. Duke, come here. Rufus, I had 3 conference calls today. They are all. I speak to people now. Can't stop now. I've got a conference call. It just sounds more important than I can't stop now. I've got a phone call, isn't it? I think. Venus flytraps everywhere. Yeah, Venus flytraps. I used to have a plastic version of that when the fly went in it, they shut, but it didn't work very well. Daniel, they may have been middle class flies. The pennies weren't enough. Daniel's right. Needed pound coins, didn't I?
AVC's on thin line there, I think, with his comment.
What's that? Oh, it's Tina's fault then. Flies are attracted to women as they are sweet of blood. Oh, well, perhaps Tina is sweet of blood. Well, I think we're nearly there, aren't we? 21.
Yeah, we're on time.
Yeah. What about that? And all I've really done is talked a load of gobbledygook, isn't it, for the last hour and a half?
Yeah. But it goes quick, doesn't it? It goes quick.
It does indeed. Hopefully next week there'll be some new things to actually talk about. We seem to go through periods of having new toys and you know, talking about new stuff to nothing turns up, so you can't re-talk anything. Rufus, did you forget to water it, Mark? I shall let everyone know how my track goes, because I haven't finished yet. You know what I'm like? Once I get something in my head, even if it fails, I have to see it.
Norfolk News next week. Man electrocutes himself while trying to take out flies.
Unidentified flying object in Norfolk. Mark's test failed. He threw it. Daniel, thank you, Mark and Jay, for another cracking show. Thank you to my fellow spanner, Lynn, Kieran, and all the regulars, newcomers. It's been another great show. Plenty of friendly chat. Good night. Thank you, Daniel. Put that one up on the front. Jay, would you like to say your goodbyes?
Thank you all for joining us once again, keeping us busy with your questions and other such malarkey stuff and taking the mick. And we shall see you all next week. Don't forget naturevape.co.uk, and it's NV10 for your discount code.
I just read Rufus, sex toys, fly traps. What's next for Naturevape? I've still got that down here somewhere. No, I haven't. No, it's got.
You can call it the Envy Buzz.
The Envy Buzz. But you see, unless you come out with these new things, you know, nothing improves, does it? And I don't think fly traps are as good as they could be. I think there's better out there.
Call it the Naturevape Buzz Off.
The Buzz Off.
Shocking.
Right. So, yeah, thanks everyone. I was just reading the comments. Thanks for everyone saying it was a great show. And I'm really glad you enjoyed it. A special thanks to everyone in chat. I actually came on tonight and I half wondered if I wanted to do it tonight because I did feel a bit grumpy and I thought I don't want to push that grumpiness on you because that's not fair. But as luck would have it, and through your kind-spirited ways, it's actually been the tonic I needed, I think, tonight, and it's cheered me up to do the show. So thanks one and all for that. Stay safe. I say it every week. The virus hasn't gone anywhere.
It's not going anywhere neither.
We might be unlocked and everyone's saying, oh, we're all back at work, things are back to normal. They are not. Seriously, take care and be safe out there. Wear a mask. Do what you can. Gloves, wash your hands, the lot. So, until next week, take care. Put my hand in view. And thanks for watching. Bye for now. Paul